It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. I've had a few comments on this beer, and they've generally been really good comments, saying, oh, you must review that Jungle Juice, it's really good. So here we are with a Vault City Brewing Company Jungle Juice review. I unboxed this from Tesco. I say unboxed it, I bought it off a shelf. It was never in a box for me. It's a 6% ABV modern sour beer. When I unpacked it, that's the word for it, isn't it? When I kind of put them on my bar, I think the bar was still in place when I first got these Tesco beers. I think it was. I had them all on the bar and I showed them off, and I had a few comments saying, oh, you gotta get the Jungle Juice, it's really good. Well, naturally, I did all of the double IPAs first because I wanted to make sure I drank those as fresh as possible for the hops. And now we have something which, you know, it didn't need reviewing straight away, did it? It's probably not going to be the most hoppy beer out there. But saying that, I've only had the beer 2 weeks. It hasn't been long at all. Let's get it out into a glass and see what we get. Vault City, you'll all know this. I kind of generally, I think the kindest word to use here would be I've swerved them a little bit. Not necessarily being the style of beer that I want to drink. Oh my goodness me. What's this? Oh man. It's just not my bag. That's fair enough for me to stand here and say that, isn't it? I think I'm being utterly honest here and utterly fair. My initial reaction to this is I'm looking at it running down my hand actually, and I'm thinking, and I'm looking at it in the glass and I'm thinking, what on earth is this? What on earth is this? This for many people out there, for some people, this might be the best thing since sliced bread. When it comes to beer, when it comes to beer innovation, you know, the days of Bombardier for some people are long gone, and they're probably glad that the days of Bombardier are long gone, or Green King IPA, and although you can still buy Green King IPA. The days of Courage Best and Courage Directors, and you know, there's probably a lot of people who are out there that they're glad to see that in the rear view window, and now we're looking at stuff like this. For me, one finger, slightly creamy coloured head. There's loads of suspension in here. There's a ton of sediment suspension in the glass. It's not that that's bothering me. It really isn't that that's bothering me. I don't mind a sediment filled beer. I always have. If you look back to my very early videos, it never bothered me. It's more the kind of concentrate. It's more that kind of concentrate, and they're trying to use. Let me get the aroma first. I've shown you enough of the beer. Lots of suspension, amber in colour, lots of haze, aroma. Wow. It's so far away from beer. It's so far away. It's as far away from being a beer that's physically possible. And I even think it's crossed the line where it's not beer anymore. This isn't beer. This might as well sit in the... Where would it sit in Tesco? I don't know. Do you know that, like, they have them cocktails, that little cocktail range in Tesco, where you can buy a can of Jack Daniels and Coke, and then you can buy other different canned cocktails. Personally, I think this should be sitting there. It's more of a cocktail. It's more of a fruit, low ABV cocktail than it is a beer. I'm not getting any malt whatsoever in the aroma. It's just like Umbongo. Remember Umbongo? It's just tropical fruit juice in a glass. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. It's lovely. It's lovely. I'm not one to lie either. All that. It may not be a beer. I'm still not happy that they're calling it beer. Modern sour beer. Let me review it as a drink first. Let me review it as an alcoholic drink. And I'm parking the fact that they want to call it a beer over there for a moment. Let's park that for a moment. That's the most delicious alcoholic drink I'd ever want to put in my mouth. It is fantastic. For the people who thought that, you know, I might love this beer, let me reframe this. To the people who thought I might like this alcoholic drink, yes, as an alcoholic drink, this is beautiful. This is wonderful. It's nicely balanced, it's creamy, it's rich, it's smooth. You don't get much of that 6% ABV. My goodness me, on a hot summer's day in that garden, I could fly this down in 3 minutes. And I don't think it would last longer than 3 minutes. And then I'd get another one, and another one, and another one. In terms of like drinkability, as an alcoholic drink, it's wonderful. Tropical flavours galore. Passion fruit, mango, grapefruit, orange peel, fleshy blood orange, berry flavours coming through. There's everything that you can completely want from an alcoholic drink in this glass. In fact, if I was sitting on a beach in Spain and this was ice cold, my goodness me, I think I would be in heaven. But you know there's a but coming, don't you? And the big but here is that, but it's not a beer. It's not a beer. And this is my issue with Vault City, is that, are they a brewing company? Or are they some kind of alcoholic blending company? Are they just blending concentrated fruits together here with alcohol? And is this some kind of supercharged version of a Hooper's Hooch that's creamy and rich? Yes, I firmly believe they have something here. I firmly believe they have something very, very special here. I'm the first to admit that. But please don't call it beer. Please don't call it beer. Please maybe have a big general meeting between between the head honchos of Vault City and agree on one thing. Agree on one thing. And that one thing should be that it's a very, very special drink that you have managed to create here. You really have. I'm not arguing against that. But beer, absolutely not. Absolutely not. There's no malt flavour. There's no hop flavour. The water consistency of it is kind of like too creamy and rich. It's too filled with syrups for that. And you don't get any flavour of the yeast. So the four big fundamental parts of what makes this alcoholic drink, why they're trying to call it a beer, doesn't exist for me. So I'm going to give it 2 ratings. 2 ratings from me. My first rating is of an alcoholic smoothie drink. Let's call it that, an alcoholic drink. My first rating. And for that, it's wonderful. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 for Jungle Juice as an alcoholic drink. As a beer, no malt quality, no hop quality, no real drinkability, water quality, if that's kind of making sense. And there's no flavour of the yeast whatsoever. So for that, for calling it a modern sour beer, not really sour either, 1 out of 10. 1 out of 10 in a beer category. I don't think I can be any fairer than that. I don't think I can be any fairer. I think I've been as fair as I possibly can in this review. I hope you like it. Please put your comments in the comments box, subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews, give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom, cheers.